Hi, you guys. So I just want to talk about what it means to take an all levels yoga class so that you can get the most out of your practice, whether you're an advanced yogi or you're just starting out. So I also want to dispel a few myths about what it means to be an advanced yogi. So starting with that, I just want to mention that just because you can put your body into some crazy pretzel shape does not make you an advanced yogi. Okay, so the most important thing is to stay present. Stay present in your body and your thoughts, and try to observe your body, try to observe the changes you feel, observe what comes up. Take this as an opportunity to be introspective and to learn about yourself, to learn about your limits day in and day out, because that may change. You may come to your mat one day thinking that you've been practicing yoga for a long time and suddenly feel like all you want to do is spend the entire class in a child's pose, and that's perfectly fine. And you might be brand new to yoga, and maybe you already have a lot of experience with a mind-body practice or just using your body, and you feel flexible and strong, and some of the more advanced options feel available to you. So go for it. If that is feeling available for you, go for it. Doesn't matter if you're new, doesn't matter if you're advanced, that you stay in a child's pose. Just try to be real with yourself and listen to your body, listen to what it's asking of you day in and day out. That's the most important thing. Okay? Also staying connected to your breath, allowing yourself to breathe, to observe the breath. Yeah, that is what helps you to get out of your head, out of your thoughts, and bring about that feeling of peace and calmness that you might be experiencing at the end of your yoga class. So the other thing I want to mention is about options that are offered in the class. So in an all levels class, you'll probably hear anywhere between 1 and 3, maybe even 4 options to either level up or level down your practice, depending on how you're feeling. So you don't have to take all of these options, okay? So once again, if you are an advanced yogi and you identify with that doesn't mean that you have to do the most advanced option. If that's not how you're feeling that day, don't do it. And if you are new to yoga, don't feel like you have to stick with just the first option. Also, don't feel like you have to try all of the other options. Those are there for people who really want to challenge themselves that day, push themselves beyond their limit, and their limit might be somewhere else different than where your limit is. So most important, observe where your limit is today. If you have to force something, if you're forcing your breath, if it feels really uncomfortable, if it feels painful, back off. There's no need to injure yourself in this class. And I promise that the more you practice, the more regular your practice is, the more often that you practice, the more familiar the poses will become. You'll find more ease, you'll find more flow, and you'll become more flexible and you'll become more strong. Okay, so trust in time. And definitely, like I said, don't feel like you have to take every single option that's offered in the same class. Okay? The other thing I want to mention is about the pace of the class. So there are all kinds of different paces. In some classes, you might hold a posture for longer. In some classes, it might flow a little bit quicker. If you're newer to yoga, don't feel like you need to keep up with this pace, okay? You might find the first day that you can't follow the pace at all. And that doesn't mean that you're bad at yoga at all. Okay, it just means you're not familiar yet with what's going on. And this is true for whatever other thing you might be starting off, right? So it could be the same thing if you're just starting to play soccer, or if you're a ballet dancer. Okay, so know that it will come in time. You'll get more familiar with the postures, and the pace will become a little bit easier for you, okay? Also, if you're an advanced yogi and you feel like the pace is great, it's good, try not to go ahead of the class, right? So then you're anticipating what's coming next, and that is also not staying in the moment. So try to remember that as well. I've definitely noticed in my own practice that I used to really like extremely fast-paced classes, and I couldn't get myself to slow down. And now the more I practice, the slower I prefer my practice, because I see that there's really a lot more subtle things that you can focus on in the pose. And sometimes holding a pose for a long time can be more challenging than moving quickly to the next pose. Okay, so those are just a few tips. If you have any other questions or concerns about how to approach an all levels class, leave some comments below or email me or send me a message. I'm happy to answer those questions. And I hope that this video will help you to make the most out of your yoga practice, whether you're just starting out or you've been practicing for a while. So good luck.